What's going on, everybody? This is the Eric Johnson Space and Rocket Review. You two girls, tell your friends. The Eric Johnson Space and Rocket Review. One night only, every night. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good? Good, bad, good. I have the space news links that are brought to you by the viewer, the OP Creeper in chat. Thank you, Creeper. Appreciate you doing this for me. I am just compiling up the links, but the big news today is that we potentially might have a Booster 13 static fire for Starship or Starship or something. I don't know. But we do have a bunch of good stuff. We have Raptors being abused on the test stands at McGregor. We have new shots of Nuglins, and a topic of discussion that will most likely end up in your boy going on a rant about how NASA doesn't know what they're doing. That's good. That sounded a lot worse than that it meant in my head. The Palace Hotel Ballroom. Oh no, the SDA is using Berger's Law. Yeah, I know, there's that. All right, so let's take a look. How's everybody doing? I'm Eric Johnson, or EJ, your host. You just say EJ. That's just my screen name. All right, cool. Here, check this out. What do we have here? So this footage is this is from Starbase Live. This is from our buddies over at NSF. Booster 13 seems to be depressing here. The subcoolers are definitely not on, but we do have frost accumulation, which is weird. I wonder if they're purging out the tanks. It is very depressed. It is very depressed right now. We need to sing it happy tunes. 95. Oh God, my neck's killing me. All right, yeah, Booster 13 is definitely all right. We'll keep checking on that here, but let's get through. I'll keep that up there. Let's get through the rest of get through some good stuff. There is some topic for discussion over here, but this is what we got for today. So let's get through the news cycle here and go. You think they're putting LN2 in the tanks to force out atmospheric air? They do it with plumbing on Falcon 9 Tesla. Why wouldn't they do it with that, right? I mean, the subcoolers aren't on. That's not liquid oxygen going in there, right? Am I not thinking about this correctly, or I don't know. You guys be the judge. All right, so first bit of news. This is coming from EGS, NASA Exploration Ground Systems. These are people that build infrastructure for Kennedy Space Center, or for the Artemis program, I should say. Well, hardware has been arriving at NASA Kennedy since June. ML2 is taking form. Installation of the tower base, known as the chair, marks the next step of the launcher's vertical growth. On Sunday, teams lifted the first chair bent, made of multiple steel trusses on top of one another, on top of the launcher base, and secured it in position. Tangible progress is nice. That's good. Yeah, I know. Why don't they just use a jetpack? Did they have to use a crane to lift it? God. So actually, that looks like some pretty decent progress for ML2. Not bad. I mean, Wish it didn't cost that much, but it looks like they got it figured out. At least to an extent. See, they're using blueprints. See, they use blueprints. We may be getting that static fire after all. Yeah, let's wait until the subcoolers turn on and then we'll see what happens. Why not just loop it and get another ML for free? It costs more power doing that, Wisp. Jeez, that's right. It goes in the square hole. That's good, man. This is actually, you know what? Like, I understand that the ML2 contract is a atrociously bad, but also at the same time, I'm quite happy to see some tangible progress here. That's pretty good. That's a good thing. Where does this mobile launcher go? That's right. It goes in the square hole. Yeah, this is really nice. Cool. It's just a big erector set, man. Yeah, they don't have doggos bringing them modded frames or anything, BA. That stinks. That's like 5% of an octo ball. Yep. There's a lot of reinforcement. Actually, for what I can tell, this thing is superbly reinforced compared to past mobile launchers. Yeah, there's a lot of beef built into this thing. That's cool though. I'm really happy that, you know, like I get it, the price tag sucks, but I'm happy that progress is happening. As far as I can tell, the mobile launcher platform structure is actually all in position. There's ML1 over there. Like if you look at that same part on ML1, right? It's actually, so look at the outside structure on this. It's all I-beams and stuff, I-beams and trusses. There is some cylindric beams right here, just a couple here and there, right? It's not a lot. It's mostly trusses and I-beams, right? Now you compare that to here. It's yeah, it's seriously got some beef to it, man. Look at the size of the diagonals on this thing versus the other one. I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure why you'd reinvent the wheel like that. I know that Mobile Launcher 1 has some weight requirements, so maybe the cylinders are lighter, and they probably are stronger too, but also, yeah, this thing is way chunkier, like way chunkier than the first one. That guy from Bechtel staring at ML1 wondering how they got it done. How they got it done so fast. ML1 started construction in 2008. Triangles are the strongest shape. Yep. But the thickness of the diagonals way more than the other one. Yep. Cool. That's a really good shot of one of the ML pegs right there. Guys, actually, you know what? This is a really good idea. This is a really good time to bring this up. You see this thing right here? The thing that says 1 on it? That's one of the pegs that holds this thing up. There's 6 of them. And they're on the outsides of the ML, and the crawler transporter drives underneath it, picks the thing up off the pegs and moves it. There's 2 up at the front. There's 4 basically underneath the launch umbilical tower, LUT for short. So there's posts here, a post there, and a post there, right? There's kind of nothing in between here, except for on ML2, there's a ton of reinforcement built there because it's designed to move a much heavier rocket. Now, however, see this peg right here? I'm not saying that SpaceX is using this for Starship, but also if I'm looking at their ML plate that they're building for Pad B, the mobile launcher orbital launch mount B thing that we keep looking at, look around for components like that. That will give us clues as to how that thing is going to get put down on the pad. You start seeing stuff like this, maybe we'll see what happens. Personally, I think that these EJ's wild theory time. Personally, I think those posts, SpaceX is redesigning the OLM because they're redesigning it to be used at 39A as well. The reason why is the width of the flame trench at pad B, the one that SpaceX is working on at Starbase right now, is the exact same width of the trench at 39A. They're both 16 meters wide, or about 60 feet. I don't think that's a coincidence. If we start seeing it, dude, we're probably going to see something like this, but if we see this exact design just show up at Starbase, we'll see what happens. I'm not trying to say I'm going to be like, yo, I was right, but also we'll see what happens. We'll get fresh flyover pictures of the progress on the new OLM tomorrow, weather permitting. It looks like the stand's on the bottom of the fridge in my washing machine. Yep. Pretty sure the elevator was damaged and a few posts. The elevator, they blew the doors off the elevator tray. Yeah. On the elevator door right there, SLS, the overpressure event from the 5 segments was so ridiculous. It pressurized the elevator shaft and blew the doors out. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know what's even cooler? I'm going to flex. I've ridden in that elevator a long time ago, but definitely a thing. SpaceX going to build a 50-foot proprietary nuclear-powered crane drone to move around Starship. I'd bet nothing on this. Okay. Anyway, super cool. Cool to see the infrastructure. You know what? I know that this ML contract with Bechtel is a freaking nightmare, but it is cool to see the thing get built. Like I said, I wouldn't mind, but I know that the average person wouldn't mind either if this thing cost as much as it did with a cost-plus contract if you delivered it on time. Just saying. You deliver it on time, you know, that makes more sense, right? Sounds like the evening Cletus had in Leroy blew the doors off at the pressure event. Dude, that was insane. Tessa, I was looking at those doors on the body when I was watching that episode, and I'm like, those are way too thin. Aero's going to rip that thing apart at 200 miles an hour. I have a bad feeling about it. And then I saw parts of the car delaminate, and I'm like, oh no! So what happened, Tessa, what I think happened is that they pressurized it. You got to put vents on the fenders. At that speed, you'll pressurize the wheel wells. And because it's just a fiberglass body on top of Leroy, right? The pressure isn't just going to build in the wheel wells. It's going to build up inside of the entire cockpit, right? You got to put vents on the roof. There needs to be a passive vent up there, and there needs to be vents on the hood. And, well, you don't need to worry about the rear of the car because there's no rear bumper, right? Yeah. TPM brakes are king. Dude, it's so sketch. Like, Coltec, they were like, oh, we modified this right before we tried it. We modified the parachute linkage. And I'm like, why in the name of God would you do that when this car goes over 200 miles an hour? Why would you do that? I don't know. And it's like, oh, I didn't pull the chute. Dude, that onboard after he goes through and Cletus is like pumping the brakes. I'm like, dude, the end of the track is coming up real quick, man. Dang. Funny cars, event on the top and brake lights. Yeah, exactly. You're going to pressurize it, Coltec. It's the air. So how does it get pressurized? So this is a little bit of aerodynamics with it. Okay, here, hold on. So, okay, this is a little bit with aero here. We'll go to Cleater's Insta. So that's the body that they put on the thing. And cars, race cars, have this thing up at the front. That's called a splitter. what it's designed to do is at high speed, it's designed to keep the air from going underneath the car. Okay. Now, with that being said, you could clearly tell that there's a gap there. So what happens here? So air gets forced underneath the car, which is not what you want with a car that goes this fast. First of all, you want to minimize that as much as possible. You don't want air going underneath, because if you pressurize the air underneath, you have high pressure here and the nose of the car is pushing the air out of the way. You have low pressure going over the top of the car turns into a wing and flies into the woods. Yeah, seen it happen many times. Not personally, but on TV. Maybe a little on TV. So what happened is all that air that got forced underneath here, right? And then it went up. Because this is just a shell, like think like a model car, it's just a shell over the chassis. It's a shell over that, right? It's a Corvette that's been ripped apart with a custom body on it, if anybody wants to know, right? All that air that gets forced under there is trying to spread out, and once it's spreads out, it'll fill this volume. It'll fill the volume in here. And when it does, it's going to push out on the doors. And when Cletus drove this thing down the track, the doors ripped off. They just totally just delaminated themselves. That, and it looks like there was some flutter going on. But yeah, you need to put vents right here. Like, I mean, there's the turbo, but that air is not going to turn up towards the turbo. You got to put some vents like right there, like a cowl almost. And then some vents on the roof, or else, yeah, the doors are just going to shoot off every time. Also, Cletus is amazing. That's a awesome YouTuber. Good times. I was concerned with how high that splitter was. Yeah, I saw it, Derek, and I'm like... And just, I saw, like, if you watch the video, Zach is closing up the door while Cletus is putting his helmet on in the car, right? Zach's closing up the door, and I see him latch the clamps, and I'm like, that's probably not gonna hold. You have to be careful where you put your vents, or else you'll pressurize it more. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they have it figured out, dude. I'm sure they'll figure it out. That was a prototype run. It was still awesome, though. That car did like, it was like, what, did 208? Like, 7-second car going 208 miles an hour in the quarter? That's bananas. That is dummy fast, dude. SpaceX is expecting to have Booster 13 static fire down before the 25th, as there is a road closure to move it back to the Mega Bay on the 25th. Another closure was posted for the 26th for Ship 33 to move to Massey's for cryo testing. Dude, I'm telling you, the 11th, Thomas. Hi, I want your wallpaper or background. How do I get it? I made this myself, dude. It's just a picture of Mission Control, NASA's ISS Mission Control. Yeah, I just have some GIFs and videos. I took this picture and I photoshopped the screens out. And then I put video in place in OBS. What they build on the Sanchez lot is the pad. It'll get moved once. And then again, if they ever do a third iteration. Nah, Raiden, I disagree with that. I think they'll be able to take it off if they need to. Just like the pad at the test stand at Massey's. Today's road closure is extended to 11 p.m. Central. Oh, we ain't got nothing but time, baby. All right, anyway, back to space news. Quick car aerodynamics thing. Gitai is posting more videos, dude. That robotics company that we recently learned about. This one is even weirder. So, here. Enjoy this. What the actual frick? What? What is this? What is that? It's got hands. I hate it. I hate it so much, dude. Oh my god. It looks like a Minotaur from Fallout. Oh, that's so strange, dude. Comb the desert. You hear me? Comb the desert. Is they moving a CubeSat? It just moves a little CubeSat. Uh, 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 uh. What the heck? I can't wait until we see this on the moon and we watch a live feed of them building a base. Oh my goodness. Okay, but they were build Mars bases for us. Can we have Optimus do that instead, please? Somebody linked this the other day, Predominant. You know, I guess while we're on the subject. That, dude, that's actually weird. That's actually just strange. This could be good for Mars or the moon. Yeah, I understand. What is... Somebody posted this the other day. It is introducing Torso, a bimanual android actuated with artificial muscles. What? 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 What is happening? No, I don't want to go. Yeah, I don't want to go. God. No, I don't want to go. No, I don't want to go. I'm sorry. That's out of all that, that's what popped into my head. Oh God. It's just, oh my God. Here, just context. It's not gonna make any more sense, but
into a pit of immortality. Lifeless hell.
No, I don't want to go. No, 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 I don't want to go. No. God. Did the context help? Oh my God. I don't want to go. Did the context help at all? Maybe.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Now, watch this again. Watch this again. No, I don't want to go. No. Tipsy 59 months. You made it worse. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh. Play the other video in the background. Oh no. All right. Is this happening? Are we doing this? Okay.
Lifeless hell.
No, I don't want to go. No, I don't want to go. God. We're cooked, aren't we? We're cooked. Show me the Existential MacBook. No, I meant the real Existential MacBook. Perfection. Lock in, bro. Bro, Apollo, we're so cooked, dude. We are cooked. Like, what the frick is wrong with me? Sorry, I don't know why I find that so damn funny, but I don't want to go. No, I don't want to go. Quick question: what the absolute hell is wrong with you? I don't know, man. Oh, people tuning in thinking EJ is going to be covering the Booster 13 test. Meanwhile, hey, oh, the OLM vent is on. We should probably go over there. Let me let me figure that one out in a second. Devious Fusion 54-month resub. That's horrifying. It is. Did you make any progress with the new blueprints or infrastructure on the new build? Yeah, Derek, I did. I went out, killed a couple of animals, killed a lot of spiders, and got 2 summer sloops, and then slooped my steel production. It worked. We made a lot. We made a lot more of those octo balls. Like, I was trying to boil down the idea of building out a steel factory. We boiled that idea down in a crucible. I said stew on it. Well, I stewed on it, all right? We boiled it off. We let it reduce. And the solution was go kill a bunch of things and get a bunch of summer sloops and sloop the steel production that we have. And that made a lot more steel. Worked. The sloops. Yep. When can we expect to see Factorio content on this stream? Yeah, Hibbit, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You're going into a tunnel. What's that? What's that? Dodgers are going to win the World Series? Oh, that's a weird thing to... Oh, you're breaking up. I can't hear you. Sorry, bro. I don't know what happened. You're going into a tunnel. Where'd he go? He's gone. I've been saying Octo, James. That, I mean, it's my name, but whatever. Sorry, you had to clip it? Oh, God. Oh, God, no. All right. So this next bit of news here is coming from Tori Bruno. Okay, here's a teaser. Signing the ship's plaque. Oh, sweet. That's for the new ULA rocket, the ULA spaceship, RS spaceship. The second ULA rocket transport vessel. Also, there's no cowboy hard hats here, Tori Bruno. Why isn't there any cowboy hard hats, man? What the heck's up with that? That's freaking sweet. Yeah, oh, just give me 1 second. Nice. You think those are, chat? 22 fives? Those are 22 fives. I mean, there isn't really much to get a picture of. Yeah, but the that's right. It goes in the square hole. Okay, fine. Just don't link what I want. Whatever. That's fine. Whatever. Yeah, they laid down the keel for. They're laying down the keel for the ship. That's the plaque for it. But that's still cool. I was just trying to find the picture of rocket ship that we shared the other day, but that's fine. Okay. Next news. This is coming from Alejandro Alcantarilla Romera from the south of Spain. He is a good person, and he will be a better person if you let him change your socks. Alex, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. All right, anyway. Okay, so An interesting piece of hardware has just rolled through on our Space Coast live cameras. It went past the VAB and out east to the side of the launch pads. What? Two of those removed. Alex didn't post a picture of the truck that was behind this one. Dude, how about that extendable lowboy trailer? Yeah, I wonder how much one of those things freaking costs. The hardware looks similar to that ML2 stuff you shared earlier. Yeah, that's definitely an ML2 part. Yeah, it's definitely an ML2 part. Look, you have cylindric diagonals with I-beam slabs. It's definitely an ML piece. This is most likely part of a sub-assembly. If I had to guess, it's probably for the straight parts of the ML. So hang on, let's go back a little bit. Leroy, leader. Okay, so the mobile launchers, right? That's right, it goes in the square hole. The mobile launcher has like a pyramidal base that they call the chair, right? And then you have straight parts, right? Like, see the straight parts right there? And then you have this part, the diagonal piece. You just saw the front diagonal piece. That's that piece right there that we saw on the ground over here, right? It's that one right there. Or it could be the diagonal. It depends on the brackets. I don't know. The brackets at the bottom are straight, so it's definitely that. But check it out, dudes. So look, this thing is using... So that's the top of the diagonal bit, right? That's the top of this piece right here. So from there, you have straight pieces. So what are these straight pieces going to look like? Well, look, you have this kind of oblique bracket mount right here. That's kind of like two ellipses crossing each other. See that? Keep in mind that. And then this, look at this gusset right here. The gusset with the bracket that bolts the crossbar here. That's an I-beam. I'm probably not using the right terminology, but if you look at that part that Alex posted, right there, there's the same kind of bracket, and look, you have a double elliptical bracket right there. See what I'm talking about? That's interesting. The more I see this, guys, okay, this is gonna sound dumb, right? But it's me, so just bear with me. The more I'm looking at this, the more I understand why this costs so much money. There are really hardcore weight requirements to this. The construction and architecture of this mobile launcher is completely different. It is completely different. Now, like physically, the beams and everything, it does not look like that one. That's ML. That's the mobile launcher over there. It seems like ML2 is a clean sheet design because the posts, columns, the slabs, the crossbars, everything is completely different. ML1 is built more like the Saturn V mobile launchers. This thing is definitely not. It's definitely not built the same. It's way beefier. And I don't know, I know there's weight requirements, but maybe you could save a bunch of weight by using cylinders instead of I-beams. But there's... Hang on. All right, cool. There's always a trade-off with that. But once again, I very much see why this contract has gotten so out of hand. But also, it's not $1.2 billion on a $300 million contract out of hand. Yeah, it's not like, I could always tell you that this was gonna be expensive. It's definitely gonna be more expensive than a garden variety at this point, mobile launcher, right? But it looks like they clean sheet and redesigned everything. This was from the ground up. Now, once again, I'm not sure if that's required, right? But then again, SLS Block 1B is a heavy rocket. It's probably the heaviest rocket ever launched, save Starship in terms of mass. It's way heavier than a Saturn V. It's way heavier than the version of SLS that flies now. Yeah, it's a big rocket. which is cool. So the $900 million cost is more justified. Thousands, I don't, no. I don't think, so here's my question. This would be my question to somebody that does structural design at Bechtel. This would be the question. Now I know the answer to the question. I was going to say, the question would be, do you really need to beef this up like this? And they would say obviously yes, right? But does it though? Like, how heavy? I've not done my research. Drool, SLS Block 1B is going to be north of 8 million pounds. Probably 8.5 million pounds if I had to guess. These are some of the tower segments which are being made near the KFC HQ. Yes, they're being made in those in Elon tents. Yep. Where did you get these pictures? Interesting. But see what I'm talking about? See the X bracing? It's completely different. It is completely different than the ML that we have. I mean, guys, once again, that begs the question. Like, did it really need to be redesigned? My gut's telling me no, but I also thought Vulcan would need another certification flight, so it clearly didn't. But, like, I don't know why you'd reinforce this like this. There's a lot of umbilicals on the Block 1B tower. There's definitely a lot. But there's not as there was more on the Saturn V. Like, what about Block 2 and beyond? It's probably overbuilt on purpose, Hibbit, if I had to guess. But see, yeah, there are those elliptical brackets. There they are. I mean, once again, this bit of triangulation is not built at all like the other ML. This is completely different. And once again, if you look at this corner, you look at the corner bracket in the background, you have two pipes going off at 45 degrees on either side, and then middle of the beam, you have a gusset right there to bolt the bracket to for that horizontal, right? Now go back and look at Alex's picture. That's one of those. That's a part of ML2. Like, absolutely 100% confirmed. Now, the real question is, what's that? What's that thing coming off the side right there? Do we see any 45 degree coming off the side? I don't know. Let's check. No. Oh, yes, right there. Yeah, okay, cool. I can't believe they certified Vulcan with an SRM blowing up. Dude, it hit the orbit. It hit the orbit that they were targeting, and that was the purpose of the test. I know it doesn't make sense, but you know ULA ain't gonna just sit there and be like, yeah, that's fine. They'll probably figure out what's going on. Cool. Yeah. Interesting. I mean, dude, this thing is beefy. It is a beefy design. I can see why it costs more. I don't think it costs 3 times what the original contract costs. There's no way. Like, but I can see why it costs a lot. Please see this. Please see the following for a Starship tangent. Okay. It's beefy. That ML is super beefy. What the hell? I'm starting to really like this look. The more details I add, the more exciting it gets. Yeah! Yeah! That's awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Dude, who did this? Who is this? I am Visual. I am Visual from YouTube, a VFX artist. Love space and space exploration. I am going to like this, and I am going to follow this dude That's freaking sweet. Yeah, that's your scale for Starship. And now your brain's going, no, that can't be right. No, that's right. T-pose to assert dominance. Yeah, see? Oh, please. 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 That would be so sick. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, that dude. You give it that, right? And put in the cylindric segment between here and the top dome of the methane tank, right? In the usable payload volume, give it doors that open up like that. Doors that open up like this, not like this, right? Put payload bay door hinges aligned with at 140, right? On either side. And then you put a reinforced truss structure on either side. Boom. And then put an airlock right behind it. I'm serious. 9-meter shuttle, baby. Let's go. I'm serious. Let's do that. That would be so sick. Yeah, put some flames on it too. Well, we don't need to worry about that, Penta. It already will get some flames. What if flying through space gives it flames? Does that add horsepower? Did I miss the engine test? No. Oh, Hokey, that's killer, man. Yeah, Visual did an awesome job. This is super. Oh. Yeah, yeah, yes, yes, yes. That's cool. Oh, that's so cool, dude. See last, please. No, I don't want to talk to you, because I don't like you. But what's up? I don't think it is right. It's more like 4.5 of those people tall. All right, whatever. I disagree. Repost. Is this thing on? I thought this was the stream for Chads and not haters. Not going to lie, though. The thought of playing against MLB Unicorn in the World Series scares the hell out of me. Yeah, you'll be fine. No, you probably won't. I hope you lose. Anyway, Creator, how you doing? I actually do think he got the scale wrong. Yeah, that's a little too small. Just a little bit. It's not. It looks like it might be a little too small. Either that or there's an optical illusion here because your eye, the deck right here, the flight deck, I guess, it looks like it's aligned with the rim of the window right there, and it's definitely not. I can tell you just from the shadows. That thing goes down here. So the guy's legs probably go from like here to about there. I think it might just be an optical illusion from the picture yard. But yeah, see what I mean? Look at it from here. The deck is a good ways underneath the window. Still cool though. That's awesome, Hokey. Good stuff. All right, so next bit. I'm trying to get us through before we get to the McGregor testing and the booster static fire. Check this out. Blue Origin posted this. That's the back of the Nuglins. Dave put out this post as well. Oh, okay. It's the same picture. Let's see. Great job by the engineering, operation, and engine teams on installation. Here's another view. 7B 4 engines in this image will deliver more than 3.8 million pounds of thrust for Nuglins. 3 of the 7 engines gimbal to provide the control authority for New Glenn during ascent, re-entry, and landing on Jacqueline, a recovery vessel downrange at sea. The gimbal capacity, along with the landing gear and reaction control system thrusters, are key to making our booster fully reusable. Fun fact, the vehicle's max design gimbal condition is during ascent when it has to fight high altitude winds. Interesting bit at the end there, but oh my goodness, that thing is huge. Wow. Okay. Two things I'm noticing here, guys. Okay, one, obviously there's a Newglands right there. There's a Newglands with 7B force in it. That's pretty awesome. The second thing that I'm noticing here, that's not the New Glen factory. That's the HIF. Yeah, that is the horizontal integration facility at Slick 36. Or Launch Complex 36, I think is what Blue wants to call it. Nope, that's at the factory. Are you sure? Floors aren't the same color, dude. Where's all the windows? That looks like the HIF to me. It looks like there's a door back there. Just saying. I don't know if this has been mentioned. What's Elon saying? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Different building, but at the factory. They have a building at the campus for final integration of all the segments before the move. Only 3 out of 7 gimbal. Which ones? My guess is those 3 right there. 1, 2, and 3. Interesting question. Who makes all of the support equipment? Okay, so this could be another building, but that's definitely not the assembly factory. The one that was in Tim's video. Definitely not that. That's crazy, dude. That is such a big thing. Who makes all this? In all of this equipment to put this thing together. I'm not sure who does it for New Glen. I know who does it for SLS, but I don't know. It's usually what's called a AAA manufacturer, so like a subcontractor. I know that SLS's equipment is done by a company that also makes automotive assembly line equipment in Michigan, believe it or not, in Detroit. Tim showed us this building at the start of part 2. Yeah, okay, let's just Okay, so shift what I said before. That's not the HIF. It looks like it, but it's not. That's not in the integration room. It's in final integration, which means a November launch. I'd say, from what I saw in that picture, late November, maybe. We've seen sign that they're prepping for a GS1 flight certification and qualification firing. Yeah. Is it down here? Is it this building? Right there? It's that one. It's got to be that guy. This one right here. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that one at the very end. Lou's also just building another couple of buildings over here. You know, for science. I mean, Thomas, do you remember a long time ago when we were looking at pictures of this and I told you that that road is designed in a very specific way to move something incredibly heavy down it? I'm curious if they could survive an in-flight engine failure given that gimbaling scheme. Obvious best case would be loss of the center engine, but if it lost one of the outside gimbaling engines, would it be survivable? Yeah, of course it would. I'd imagine with the giant winds, high altitude winds are more of a constraint during launch. It's a tall rocket, Raymond. It has to do a lot with that. The rocket can basically bend and flex. It can go noodly. like in Kerbal, if your rocket is tall. Saturn V did that. Ares 1 did that. Well, it was going to. But I assume New Glenn is closer to Falcon Heavy than Falcon 9. New Glenn can do 40 tons to Leo with a downrange core stage landing. New Glenn also uses the interstage fins on ascent per Dave. Yep. 45 to Leo. Better than both Falcon Heavy and Falcon. If Falcon Heavy can do 70, dude. I don't think you could get 70 tons of anything in its fairing, but I'm pretty sure it can. Maybe it's 50. I don't remember. Ares 1 mention. Best rocket ever. The upper stage will die if you put more than 24 on there. Yeah, we don't know that for sure, though. We don't know that for sure. Let's not throw that one around. Assume Blue Origin 70 and fully expendable, though? Yeah. What I don't get is why a lot of these rockets only have some of the engines gimbaling. I get an extra complexity and weight, but having the redundancy to switch to a different engine seems useful. Guys, you can lose 2 engines here, and you'd still have thrust vector control. You could lose 2 of these, and it would be certainly harder to fly, but it could do it. You never want to lose your center engine, but the reason why all of them aren't gimbaled, like, what is this going to do if that goes out? Like, I mean, maybe. It's very, look, man, let me put it to you like this. Right, let me put it like this. You lose 2 engines on this thing, you're screwed. The last thing you're really going to worry about is thrust vector control. Losing 2 engines, that's a 50 your thrust. Well, more than that. That's a lot. Well, let's see. 2/7 of your thrust? That's not good. 64-ton fully expended, 57-ton core expended, 50-ton all recovered. There you go, Deadbringer. Yep. Either way, New Glenn's is 40 tons or 45 to Leo, and that gets your first stage back. I mean, guys, like I said, this is a tall rocket. I don't know if you guys have seen the second stage. It's huge. The second stage is gigantic. The only bigger second stage there it is right there, but the only bigger second stage that we have is there. I mean, there's a close-up picture of it. Look at the dude standing next to it right there if you want scale. The only upper stages that are bigger than that is Starship. That's it. That's it. That's 28% of your thrust. Thank you, RB. So more than a quarter. You lose more than a quarter of the thrust, you're gonna have a bad day. I was thinking for landing, could save a booster you'd probably lose otherwise. Yeah, but Ray, that kind of redundancy, all right, you're running into a logical trap here. You're running into a logic trap. Okay, so what do I mean? All right. You're saying that it'd be better if all of these gimbaled, right? If all of them gimbaled, you'd have more redundancy during landing. Okay, so my question back to you would be like, why are you okay with your rocket that's supposed to be like an airplane? Why are you cool with the engines failing? See what I'm talking about? Why are you cool with that? And I know what you're going to say. Well, it could happen. Well, it shouldn't happen. Your stakeholder expectation for this, or Blue's expectations for this thing is that it's going to be able to be landed like and reused like an airplane. Do airplanes lose an engine from time to time? Yes, it absolutely does happen. But the vast majority of times it doesn't. So adding more gimbal is adding complexity and weight into your design because you're okay with your engines frankly sucking. See what I'm saying? You don't engineer like that. At least you shouldn't in this day and age. That's maybe how old space engineers, right? You don't do that way. That's not a good way to like, if it was an expendable booster, yeah, maybe. You'd probably want to think about that, right? But, you know, this is a reusable booster. You have the stakeholder expectation that it's reusable. So how about you do the testing, you put the time in on the test stands, you put the time in with the thrust vector controllers, and you make sure that those things don't fail, right? You design it to not do that. So, like, once again, like if we're playing a logic chess game, you know, pawn to D1, right? Like, that's not a move, but whatever. Like, you're saying, oh, put more gimbals in because the engines might fail. So, once again, my question back, why are you okay with the engines failing on your rocket? That tells me right off the bat, you didn't engineer your engines good enough and you're expecting them to fail, which is bad. That's not good qualification testing. That's how Starliner's thrusters blew out on orbit, from that kind of thinking. I don't want to lose an engine on my 737 flight. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. My only counter argument would be stakeholders might like added redundancy to their development. Stakeholders want added redundancy. You have 3 of them that gimbal. It's tertiary redundant. What more do you want? Actually, it's quadruple redundant. You know why it's quadruple redundant? The control surfaces. Newglands has control surfaces. And Thomas said that Dave Limp said that it could they help with controls on the ascent for the rocket. So you're quadruple redundant now. Hang on, I gotta troll Jack again. Anyway, sorry. They didn't get it. It didn't. My joke didn't land. Unlike New Glenn, which will land on the first try. Limp, could you imagine the hate that guy went through growing up? I don't know. I don't, you know, D Limp. Yeah, D Limp. Yeah, I get it. You know, you say that. I just like saying his name fast. Dave Limp, Dave Limp, Dave Limp. I don't know. Dave Limp? Geek, was that a thing when you were in high school? I mean, you and I were in high school around the same time. Was that a thing? Like, there was just a dude that everybody know that everybody likes saying his name fast? Like, oh, yeah, it's like Bob Dole, Bob Dole, Bob Dole. Like, right? Like, nobody, it's, you're not like giving the person crap. It's just, oh, yeah, Dave Limp? Like, Dave Limp, Dave Limp? I don't know if that's still a thing. Kids probably don't do that anymore. Do you know of any rockets that use differential throttling opposed to gimbaled engines for thrust vector control? Not off the top of my head, Serbian, no. Do you think SpaceX will send anything to Mars in the 2026 transfer window? Yes. The short answer is yes. The long answer, Knight, would be, look. See that? See this right here? See that over there? Dude, I was talking about this when we were playing Satisfactory a little bit earlier. something, I think the kids would call this a timeline shift. Something changed when that booster got caught, man. I don't know about you guys, but like my perception of Starship is completely different than it was a week, well, before they caught it, a couple weeks ago, right? I can't put my finger on it. It seems, I guess the right way to say it would be, it seems a lot more viable. If that makes any sense. Like, you know, it's like, oh yeah, they're gonna catch the booster. Oh, they're gonna catch, they caught the booster. Like, wow, this seems possible. Like, this is something that you can do. Like, this is, if, you know, normally I'm like with Elon, it's like, okay, Elon time, I get it. You know, you take the impossible and make it late, but also, like, I think if you asked me this question, Knight, if you asked me it 2 weeks ago, I would have said, yeah, okay, sure. But now I'm like, don't get me wrong. It's like, oh, it's not, oh, yes. It's like, okay, that could happen. It went from, nah, that's ridiculous, to, yeah, maybe it could happen, right? That's the difference here, you know? How long until we have dual launches with on-orbit fuel transfer? They have two pads, geek. That's all I'm saying. Like, guys, I would go so far as to say, from what I saw from Flight 5, with that damn Starship coming down and landing within 100 meters of the buoy, Starship landings are that precise as well. They are that precise. I just, hang on. Sorry, I need a refresher.
Raptor engines. We can see those chopsticks now.
That actually happened. That actually happened, man. What the heck? How are you going to trust the burn through those? And what can they do at this point to help that? Burn through? What are you talking about? Burn through what, Jack? I want to know how close that engine section was to the tower. It was close, Mutter, but not as close as we think because the scale is throwing our eyes off. On the Starship flaps, that problem's already solved, dude. That problem's already solved. It's the newer versions of Starship, dude. Look. So, look at this model. Yum Food, where you at? See the model of Starship? You see where the flaps are? They're about 180 degrees apart from each other. So they're on complete opposite sides, right? You're getting burned through right here. Right there. That's where they're getting burned through. Specifically, it's like right in the center. Okay? That's because you have this piece right here. See that? That piece is, the plasma is basically coming up the side of the booster, right? And it's hitting this and bouncing off to the side or trying to go through. You could see exactly what I'm talking about right here. See how the plasma plume kind of goes this way and then it bounces and goes that way and changes color? That's what I'm talking about. So the forward flaps, right, on the newer versions of Starship are up here. They're clocked a little bit differently. Like if you're looking at the front like a clock, like 12 o'clock is up here, 6 o'clock is right here, right? They're clocked higher. They're at 140 degrees apart. So they're mounted up here somewhere. That takes the hinge mechanism out of the plasma flow. So you don't have that. That and the newer versions, the Starship Block 2, have way better tiles. The tile manufacturer has gotten way better over the last couple of months. It's like 10 and 2 with your hands driving, exactly. Instead of 3 and 9, it's up here. Exactly. Yeah, there you go, dude. So yeah, dude, that problem's already solved. Like, it's amazing to me that SpaceX has the foresight on some of this stuff. Yeah, Ship 33 is set for a static fire this weekend, too. Blue has a long list of landings with 4 different vehicles, all using different propellant. I have complete faith in them landing GS1. Thomas, they'll nail it on the first try. I keep telling people this on Flame Trench. You know, it keeps coming up. They're like, oh, they've never landed a booster from orbit. I'm like, yeah, because the first stage goes to orbit. I'm pretty sure it's on a suborbital trajectory. I'm pretty sure they have a lot of experience in that department. Like, only done it 27 times. Just saying. Like, hello? I don't know, Jazos. I don't have the answer to that. I don't think so, but... Ah, that makes sense. So the plasma deflects before it reaches the flaps. Bingo.
Oh, this is space. I'm in
Hey,
space.
Red Dragon, thanks for the 5 subs, man. I appreciate it. If they went for a ship catch, do you think they will install landing pins on the ship? Deployable pins would probably be my guess, Pop. Yeah, either that or some of the earlier ones just bolt super heavy, the pegs from super heavy, just bolt them behind the flaps. People need to stop underestimating Blue. Yeah, I don't. I never had any doubts, and I still don't have any doubts, and I mean, hopefully we're right. I think we will be. And Red Dragon with the Prime sub, thank you for the 5 gift subs and the Prime sub, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you. We have no holdup with a launch license for 6, right? Yeah, actually, yes, that's correct, Geek. There's no holdup from the FAA. Flight 5 was operating within all safety parameters. And honestly, SpaceX is the holdup at this point. Ironic, isn't it? But they are going fast. Here, let me show you a live shot from Starbase. Did the booster record it? Nice. Check it out. This is coming from our buddies over at NSF. Ooh, there is some frost on the booter. Huh. What's that about? What's that about? The methane purge still bothers me. It could lead to issues. There's just a weird aesthetic like Delta 4. I think it's intentional, Rank. They filled it with cryo. Detanking it. Yep. Yeah, they're definitely moving propellants around. The vents are on. The OLM vent is definitely on. I hate to say it, but I miss the FAA Congress meetings. Why? Subject change. All right, anyway. Was there any word on the umbilical fire in the landing? That seems intentional from what I can tell, Geek. It seems intentional. Seems like it's on purpose. Booster 4 landing out in the water did that. And if you cast your mind back to Starhopper way back in the day, it looked like a metal concert with a flamethrower coming out the side. It's clearly some kind of purge system. It's definitely supposed to be there. I'm pretty sure. I was talking with Alex about this after Flame Trench the other day. Anyway. I feel like they'd say something. It happened on both booster landings, Yard. Like, I don't miss them, but they were enjoyable to watch the commotion. Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow's Flame Trench again. Oh, crap, it is Thursday. Nice. All right, sweet. Here, check this out. Speaking of stuff getting absolutely annihilated, I don't know why I was segueing that. Nothing got annihilated. Booster 13 should be annihilated. Anyway, check this out. This is coming from Chris B, and this is from McGregor Live. That, as far as we can tell, the same Raptor was put through its paces again. They started pulsing a Raptor engine on and off again and again and again and again and again and again and again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. They pulsed it 12 times in 3 minutes. I don't know what they're testing there, but it is. It's fine, Hibbit. Are they trying to kill it? Geek, they did it 34 times yesterday, dude. 34 times in like 5 minutes. Test till destruction. Well, if they were tested to destruction, it ain't dead yet. I'm not dead. I feel happy. I feel. All right. Yeah, got you. See you on Thursday. Yeah. Like, whatever Raptor that is just, yeah, just like, I ain't heard no bell. I ain't heard no fat lady. What is it with the fat lady? You're obsessed with the fat lady. Using Raptor as RCS 5 head? Yeah, crazy. Was it an RVAC or sea level? It is a sea level variant. I want it to be Raptor 3, but it most likely is a test mule engine, if I had to guess, Sebi. But I also want it to be a Booster 12 engine or a Booster 11 engine. If it's a Raptor 3, I'm going to be like, nice. If it's a Booster 12 Raptor, I'm going to be like, sweet, that's pretty cool. If it's a Booster 11 engine, it would blow my mind, because we know Booster 11 engines are at McGregor. We've seen them. Not sure about anything else, though. Can't even say kill it with fire. Yeah, I know, right? The Scout is back. It's an EV. Doesn't look that bad, actually. The Scout? International? No way a Booster 11 engine would never run again. Serbian, this company just caught a 23-story building. And they took the time to go and fish the engines out from their 23-story building that they landed out in the middle of the ocean. And they pulsed the Raptor 34 times. Look, man. If it was any other company, I'd be like, there's no way those engines are firing again. But also, it could be. It could be. I think the nozzles from those Booster 11 engines, just on a quick side note, the nozzles are shot. They would have to take the turbine machinery off and put it on a new nozzle. And if they did, then, it's still pretty crazy. Now that they seem to be far more advanced with Raptor engines, do you think we will see Starship landing on legs again? No. Why? Why, Ska? I mean, Starship? Yeah, maybe. With Starship, maybe. Sorry, my mind defaulted to the booster because that's what we were talking about. Starship? Possibility. Possibility. Oh, I dropped the bottle cap. Sorry. Yeah, Sandy, it's possible. I mean, like I said, it's most likely, guys, it's a test mule motor. They're just, can we start and stop this thing 30 times in a couple minutes? I don't know. Let's go find out, Looks like the Scout was turned into to its own brand by the parent company, the website Scout Motors. Okay, little bit of a car break here. What is this? I don't hate it, but why the hell is it a 4-door? Scouts aren't 4 doors. Scouts are 2-door. Damn it. Scouts are a 2-door vehicle. They've always been a 2-door vehicle for like the 30 years that they were produced. Why is it not a 2-door vehicle, guys? It looks like every other EV pickup truck out there. Come on. Bro, make a 2-door version. What's wrong with you? And what the hell's a pickup truck? There's never a pickup truck Scout. Actually, that's not true. There was, but it's the pickup truck. The pickup truck Scout is just a Scout with no roof. Actually, oh yeah. Okay, no, I'm wrong. But you see what I'm saying? It's kind of the same thing with just a different attachment on the roof. See what I'm talking about? Also, that looks sick, by the way. Scouts are cool. Cool trucks. Look at the previous content. Previous comments. What is this? What do you want? What do you want? Why? What do you want? It's already been linked. I love the look of old Scouts. Dude, old Scouts, International Scouts are really, really underrated trucks. They stopped making them in 79 because some of you will like this, some of you won't. They stopped making these in 1979 because the International went on strike and the CEO of the company thought he could union bust. And yeah, nope. That didn't happen. That went horribly wrong, and they the factory went bankrupt. Whoops. Whoops. See that. Just do that. That right there. Just do that. Whoever's render that is, just do that. Yeah. The union's like, we want more money. And the CEO's like, no, I'm not giving you more money. You suck. And they're like, no, you suck. And then the CEO's like, I'd rather bankrupt the company. And the union's like, fine, do it. You won't. He's like, all right, screw you. I will. And then he did. Oops. Hey, Jay, mind if I post a link? It's an X post with the best robot walking gait I've ever seen. I don't know how link posting works on YouTube, Ray. If you post it, it'll just zap it. I got to figure that one out. That's a Bronco. No. I mean, it is, but it's not. It says International on it. Isn't Scout a Chinese company wearing Scout as a skin suit? I definitely believe that based off of what I've seen here. It literally looks like... That looks like an F-150 with an International Scout grill, and the other one looks like a Rivian. I mean, these look like Rivians. That's a Rivian R1T and an R1S with a Scout grill on it. That's what it looks like. I can't say if it is or isn't, but... Like... Squandered opportunity, dude. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I hear something. Yeah, that's what I thought I heard. Hi, Doe.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to... We were just doing our nightly walk.
Come here, buddy. Come on, my
We
boy.
stop in and say hi.
Come here. How you doing? Here, come. Sit here with Dad. He's a good boy. He doesn't like this, guys. See how his ears are back? But we're doing it for the content.
We gotta do it for the content. He looks so insulted.
I'm not doing that to my boy. Oh, there you go, buddy. Here you go. Oh, you want to play? Don't bite my hand, dude. Stop.
Sometimes you want me to.
I know.
Sometimes you let me.
Hey, 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 stay away from the family jewels. Boop. Scout is based in Novi, Michigan. The factory is in Blythewood, South Carolina. They're in Novi? Ew.
Makes sense to me.
They brought back International Scout, and that... Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bob, I fire up chips. That's where I graduated.
Greetings. Your spouse is a chip. I see pants. My wife graduated from there. It's where I met her. Oh. That is, in fact, not where I met my wife.
No.
But she did go there.
I did go there. Fire up chips. Yeah.
And what a lovely dog.
Met her at Rubbles? I don't think that was around when I was there. It doesn't sound familiar.
Looks like the booster is about to static fire. You should switch to it. Uh-oh.
Alright, I'll leave you alone then.
All right, baby. Thank you for coming and visiting.
Oh, anytime.
And Trey, the booster isn't about to static fire. What are you talking about?
Oh, they're just lying to get me to go away. What the heck is this?
Yeah, what the heck is this?
This is crap, chat. Oh, okay, yeah. I was class of 2015, Bob, so.
Yeah, Trey, it looks like they cryo tested it first, and now they're evacuating all the cryo out of it to fill it up with the happy juice.
Geek, I can send it to you and you resize it for EJ, because he just hasn't done it, and it's been at least 6 months, because I did it before I left for London. So...
That was in July, August, September, October.
Okay, 3 months.
Don't Bechtel me like that. No one knows what it's no one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
Provocative. I gotta find it, but I'll send it to you.
Yeah. When somebody just completely overestimates your inability to do something, that's called getting Bechteled. That's pretty. I like that. That's
There you
good.
go, Geek.
Don't Bechtel me like that. I understood that reference.
Was there a deadline for the reset?
Was there a deadline for the resize, though? There was not, Thomas. It's funny how that works. There were no scheduling milestones here, okay? We didn't establish the right stakeholder expectation.
He told you.
Oh, jeez.
I'll tell you that later.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Alright, babe. I love you.
Oh, you too.
Enjoy your boosters.
There's only one right now, so it's just
Enjoy your booster.
enjoy your booster. In this stream, get boosted has a different definition. Get boosted, nerd. I'm talking about this, right? EJ needs a booster seat? No. RB projection. Yeah, see, they're still moving propellants around, but yeah, we haven't seen new frost accumulation here. So Trey, I think they're just purging out the nitrogen, the cryogenic nitrogen from the cryo test. Cryo, static fighter, spin prime, static fighter, spin prime, static fighter. Do you guys remember that? Where Adrian was like cryo, spin prime, static fighter, spin prime, static fighter, spin prime, static fighter, spin prime, cryo test. Yeah. Anytime you see the frost accumulation kind of like that right there, it's been detanked. You still have that recording? I don't know. I don't know where that recording went. I think somebody linked it to me in Discord. I probably still have it in private messages. You just sent it to me if you want to play it. I do want to play it, Creeper. Thank you very much. All right, hold up. I gotta turn my headset on.
Cryo test. So, yeah, it's a bit of a different story in amount of 10. And yes, I just did this to make it clear how many tests Booster 7 had.
Who the hell made this? I'll play it again.
If you look at Booster 7, the story is a bit different. Because that cryo, spin prime, static fire, spin prime, static fire, static fire, spin prime, static fire, static fire, static fire, static fire, static fire, static fire, spin prime, cryo test. So, yeah, it's a bit of a different story in amount of 10. And yes, I just did this to make it clear how many tests Booster 7 had.
Can we do it one more time? Hold on.
If you look at Booster 7, the story is a bit different. Because that cryo, spin prime, static fire, spin prime, static fire, spin prime, static fire, static fire, spin prime, static fire, spin prime, cryo test. So, yeah, it's a bit of a different story in amount of 10. And yes, I just did this to make it clear how many tests Booster 7 had.
You know what? You know what we should do, Creeper? We should download this, right? We should download it. And I am going to send it to Kevin. Yeah, we're going to send it to Kevin. All right, give this to Kevin. Give this to Kevin. Hey. I got something that should be played during the Booster 13 static fire coverage. Wait, who made this? We might have to give credit where credit is due. Yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out. It's important. There we go. Yeah. Thank you, Creeper. I passed it on to Kevin. Can I get a link to this song?
If you look at Booster 7, the story is a bit different. Because that cryo, spin prime, static fire, spin prime, static fire, static fire, spin prime, static fire, static fire, static fire, spin prime, static fire, spin prime, cryo test. So, yeah, it's a bit of a different story in amount of 10. And yes, I just did this to make it clear how many tests Booster 7 had.
It works. It works, and it's amazing. Some venting from the CH4 subcoolers. Oh, yeah. Yep. I see them. Here. Let's, it's going to be a second before they static fire, spin prime, cryo test. So there are the things that I wanted to talk about here. So check this out. You guys want to see something crazy? I talked a little bit earlier here about how I don't think it's a coincidence that the flame trench at OLMB is 16 meters wide. Well, I mean, New flame trench intro confirmed. Oh, geez. So, Massimo, which is a big account on X, posted a picture, most likely not his render, of the Space Shuttle Dragon, a person, Cybertruck, and Starship kind of all next to each other. Yeah. Starship is not small. And that's an old version of Starship too, by the way. So check this out. Elon said here, Starship will lengthen in the next few years. 10 years from now, there will probably be a much wider diameter Starship too. Now, I theorize that they have a 16-meter wide flame trench because it's the same as 39A, but I'm not going to lie to you. I'm willing to be dead wrong about this if that means that there is a, like, ITS-sized Starship in the works. What if they, dude, what was the ITS core diameter? It was 12, right? The original interplanetary transport system. ITS, I think, was 12 meter, I think. I'm pretty sure. Like that was a long time ago. It doesn't seem like it was a long time ago, but it was it 18? It was, dude, it was an absolutely chunky freaking rocket. This thing. Hold on, let me will we see the reaction of that song in NSF? It's possible. Yeah, this freaking thing. Look at that. Dude, that thing. Can we get that back? It was 12. It was 12 in 2016. Dude, look at that thing. That thing's an absolute monster. Starship C8. I understood that reference. Yeah, dude, the ITS. Like, you want to see the sizes of Starship comparatively, right? Like, this isn't my image. This is off of the Reddit. But that's, dude, that was the... That's ITS compared to Starship, dude. Oh. It seems like he still wants to do that. Talking about Starship, there's some new footage, okay? Finally putting together the aerial video I got a Starship captured from a poop box Cessna 150. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's pretty sweet. That's from Keaton Hare. Very cool. I still remember the ISE 2017 QA. Yeah. By 2017, though, it scaled down to 9 meters. Well, you're making me yawn all the time again. 12 meter diameter with 8 vacuums and 4 sea level engines is a dream, mostly because I built that in KSP. On a different topic, what do you think about unidentified drones flying around U.S. military bases? You know what, friend? I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure it's totally not somebody peeping on all of our defense systems. No. Who would do that in this day and age, right? Come on. Speaking of defense, NASA launched a sounding rocket now just now. Ooh. This mission launched on October 24th at 7:10 p.m. Eastern. Oh, come on. No stream? You have a Discord message. Best I can do is post this up in 3 months. Thank you, Geek. No stream for the Department of Defense. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. That does make sense. I mean, Brimo said it was going to take 6 months, so just doing what the boss says. That's out of my control, sorry. A little bird got destroyed in a test earlier. Gets steel plated. Ow. Oh! Oh! Think he's gonna be okay? Wobbs reminded me of this. Firefly is now offering hypersonic services. Firefly offers a hypersonic testing service using the Alpha launch vehicle. Alpha is perfectly sized to support a variety of mission architectures, including lofted, depressed, and re-entry trajectories. All right. This one's pointy. That's got to be pointier. That one's not pointy enough. How are you supposed to instill fear into your enemies? Is that the I am visual render? Yes, it is. We saw that, Baron. Pretty good. Pretty good. How many grid fins? Yes. Yeah, that's cool. Get steel plated. Yeah, that bird's dead. All right, cool. Anyway, let's go back over here. So, let's go check on the. Oh, hello. Yeah. All right. Line chill down. Yeah, that's a good sign. So, what are we looking at here? So that is the OLM vent. That is the line for fuel, or well, it's a commodity line that's going to the booster. It's the line for the oxidizer, excuse me. It's not the fuel. The fuel gets recirculated. So what you're seeing is gaseous oxygen getting shot out of this thing. The gaseous oxygen shooting out on this thing is indicative of them fast filling the fuel lines that go to the booster. Why do you need to, why is gaseous oxygen coming out? Why don't they just fill it up? Well, the liquid oxygen that they're going to use to put into the booster, right? The LOX is what it's called. It's super freaking cold. SpaceX uses super chilled liquid oxygen. They cool oxygen down to where it liquefies, and it's almost to the point where it solidifies, right? Ray, we'll get back to that in a second. Almost to the point where it solidifies. It's close. So when you flow that through a warm pipe that's been sitting in the Texas sun all day, it's going to evaporate, right? If you do it too fast, you can pneumatically pressurize your pipe, and that would cause explosions. We don't want to do that. So you got to slow fill it first, and then once the pipe is you got to kind of start slow and then ramp up. So right now they're pushing liquid oxygen through the pipe, right? And basically when the pipe gets fully saturated, they'll close the vent, and then the line's good to flow propellants into the booster. So, but in the meantime, the LOX that is being flowed through that pipe right now is evaporating. And if you don't give it a vent, like I said, you could pneumatically pressurize the pipe. And if you do, it explodes. I know. Weird. You don't want that. So they're fast filling the pipe right now, which is pretty cool. Iger, I'm going to go over here and stretch. It's totally because I don't need to yawn, all right? Oh, you suck. You suck. Who told you you could chat? The director in your Powerade commercial? You're not chatters. Some of you can't even speak freaking English. You suck. You suck. Does anybody get that reference? If nobody, yeah. How many hours are we gonna go tonight? Yes. I can totally pretend to get it. That's good enough for me, dude. It is a reference to an episode of the Jimmy Kimmel Show where Gary Oldman has a public service announcement. Here to see it? Well, the booster is in fast fill. All right, hold up. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Gary Oldman, actor. Some of you may know me from such films as Dracula, Air Force One, and Kung Fu Panda 2. Now, just as a professional basketball player spends hours on the court, mastering every aspect of his game, I, Gary Oldman, studied acting for many years to perfect my craft. And just as I, Gary Oldman, actor, would never try and join an NBA team just because I'm famous, I, Gary Oldman, would very much appreciate it if professional basketball players would stay the out of movies! Who the hell told you you could act? The director on your Powerade commercial? You're not actors! Some of you can't even speak English! You suck! Get it? You suck! Hey, see how I did that? That's called acting. Do you feel the emotion? I can do that. You can. That's what I mean. Hey.
So, there you go. That was your little intermission for your booster static fire. There you go. Stay the f out of movies! Did you feel the emotion? Anyway, back to the booster static fire. Comgore. Yep, Comgore in disguise. That's right. Now I know why you and Yak get along so well. Yes, Yak and I are very good friends. Good friends with a Yak. And a couple of moose as well. Yes. Yeah, Hookie. Precisely. Yep. Gary Oldman's amazing though. Did you guys know that Gary Oldman is in fact younger than Gary Newman? Look it up. It's true. That was a shocking video. What? What? But oh no no no! He also plays an admiral in the Star Citizen single-player game. Ah, instead of Kung Fu Panda 2, he could just say Squadron 42. Maybe he's French or something. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, careful, no tunes. If I can do a good enough of an impression for it to flag a video, Pat, I will be very impressed. Like, first of all, that's credit to me. I'll take that as a compliment. I'll take the demonetization. That's fine. I'd do it. That'd be awesome. And both of them are younger than Goku, JP voice. Oh. Ah, yes, that game that's definitely coming out. Yep. I bet your favorite was Cars. But that's the song. Yeah, of course. Here in my car, where the engine goes down. Will you visit me, please? The only way to live in cars. That's a good song, all right? It's a good song. Your start on that sounds more like Chevy Chase playing golf. No, that's not yo 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 yo. That's no. No. Different, Tessa. Please tell me you know what I'm talking about, Dragon Ball Z. Yes. Yes, I know what you're talking about. What does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000! Yeah, that, yes, I know. What, 9,000? Yeah, I know. Now, Hokie, the real question is, why are you watching the English version? Why are you watching the dub version? How much venting do you want? All of it. Nani? We get it, 95. Vape. 95, do you think Elon has mats in his garage? What, at the abridged version? Fortunately for you, Zarbon, there's a part of me you have never seen before. What, the part that's in the closet? Oh, I've seen those. Don't worry. DVC abridged is top shelf, dude. I forgot about those. I totally forgot about those, dude. That was pretty damn funny, dude. What's that supposed to mean? I originally saw it on Toonami in English, like everyone else who grew up watching it over here. Yeah, alright, that's fair. I'm hilarious if you will quote everything I... No. I don't know any of the other quotes from DBZ Abridged. I forgot them, but I knew it was funny. Cindy, what do you mean? Mechazilla has gone from suck to blow? It's Mechazilla! It's gone from suck to blow. Prepare to fast forward. Preparing to fast forward. Fast forwarding, sir. Alright, so, look. Serious time. The OLM vent just shut off. So, that means that the pipe is fully saturated and to the right operating temperature. So, you should start seeing propellant flow here very soon. See the OLM vent? There's no vent right there. That's a different vent. I'm talking about the one on the octagonal thing. Nice. Talking about the one right there. Right above my melon, right here. That one shut off. Subcoolers are on, indicating propellant flow. So you should see a new frost line occur right here. That's why the NSF boys zoomed in on the rings. You should see new frost accumulate here. Thank you, Sandy. ETA to fire, not even tanked yet, Hokey. Bro, it looks like something out of a horror movie. Question. If I have an engine having cooling issues, mitigate it by increasing the fuel mass flow, decreasing oxidizer mass flow, how would you deal with running out of fuel faster, running out of fuel before oxidizer? Redesign the motor. When do you think the ship will be ready? Next week. How much money is just evaporating? Liquid oxygen is not that expensive, Dark Rue. You think they will launch in a week? That's not the question that was asked, you turd burglar. When do you think the ship will be ready? Next week. They're gonna move it to static fire it, man. There's already a road closure. Just saying. You butt dumpling. ETA till we get Jack drawn as a yak wearing the kill. No. Ship 31 is already static fired. Oh no, ship 33. Excuse me. I don't think it's going to be ready next week, 95, for what it's worth. They got to finish the tiles. But the tiles aren't going to take nearly as long as they took for the last Starship. The reason why is because this one, before they decided, no, that tile design sucks, we're going to redesign it. This booster had like half of the tiles on it already. So they took half the tiles off instead of taking all of the tiles off like what they did with the previous design. They replaced 12, what was it? Well, how many tiles was it? I want to say 12,000, but that's too low. It's more than that. Isn't this the last V1 Starship? That's correct. 31 is the last V1. 32 is scrap. Well, we don't know that for sure. And 33 is the first V2. Thoughts on the lithium deposits found in the U.S.? That's cool. Go get it. Ship 32 is a lawn ornament. Ship 33 is the first Block 2, which will fly on Flight 7. That's correct. Yeah, there you go, Thomas. I'm not seeing any new frost lines here, guys. Yeah, Buck, I figured that conversation would go that way. If only they were using Ship 37, then it could be Booster 13, Ship 37. It's pretty elite. Soon, you think, Tib? On the frost? Yeah, I mean, the lines are primed, and they're clearly moving propellants around somewhere because those subcoolers are going hard. Yep, there we go. See it? See the frost starting to accumulate? See all this? There you go. Yep. Prop fill has started. Line! 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 Takes one to know one, Panta. That's right, the line goes in the square hole. Supposedly we were sitting in the largest deposit discovered. All right, mine it. Use it to make EVs or something. I don't know. Use it to make batteries. Oh my God. How did Dinkelberg, how did that become a thing? It's apparently 9 times the projected global demand. Cool. Mine it. Where did you find that? Where did you find that emote, dude? That's right, it goes in the square hole. That's my favorite. I already added it. It goes in the square hole. That's right, it goes in the square hole. Where does the octagon go? That's right, it goes in the square hole. Oh my God. It's just people posting it over and over again. Do not lick the booster right now, Sandy. I mean, I'll give you $20 if you do though. Are they planning a disco dance by Booster? God, I hope not. That's right, it goes in the square hole. No, not that dang video. There's a emote program that's an animated GIF of the square. Yeah, people are posting it like crazy in the Twitch chat. Yep. That's right, it goes in the square hole. That is crazy how quickly that thing is filling up with fuel. And oxidizer. Static fires, lore. Yeah, that was fast. Where does the booster go? That's right, it goes in this. The new OLM is square. That's right, it does go in the square hole. That's right. That's right. Is this the same booster that they caught? No, this is the next one. This is booster 13. They had another one. Of course they did. Why wouldn't they? They have another one too. There's booster 14. Yeah. And then I forget what booster 15 is doing. But I know that booster 16 is being built right now too. That's nice. That's the first, like, booster 16 is the next episode. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's mint. Is that filling as fast as it looks? Dude, you can visibly see the frost line going up. That booster came in and was caught, so I built another. Yep. Like, you can actually, that's not very often that you can see that with rockets. They're filling it so fast you just watch it fill. ETA. 20 minutes? Half hour? It's a guess for you to... I'm guessing. I'm guessing hard. Have you seen the map of the new lithium? That's... Alright. Huh. I could see 14 and 15 being used fast. 14 with the test payload. Is 15 finished, guys? I don't even know. I'd have to go look it up. Booster 15 should fly on test 8. Cool.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Electron, 98-month resub. Where does that resub go? That's right, it goes in the square hole. I went over to Twitch chat, and thankfully, since I'm on mobile, I couldn't see the emote. I'm safe. Why would... okay. Do we know all the big differences on this one? As far as I can tell, there's only a small changes between 13, 14, or 12, 13, 14, 15. 16 is the one that's like the new hotness. You know what I mean? So just chill to the next episode. That's right. It goes in the square hole. I'm sorry. Yeah. What is different with Booster 16? It has the thermal protection system. It has a lot of TPS mitigations, a lot of design changes, Narnia, and I don't know all the details. I'd have to go look it up. How does the YouTube stream only got 29 likes? Those are rookie numbers. Hey. YouTube, you want to hit that like button for me? You want to do that? 16 is still a V1 booster. V2 will have the integrated hot staging ring. Are you sure, Trey? I could have sworn that I saw something about 16 being the next hotness. If so, I apologize, guys. I could have sworn that was the new one. Booster 16 is block 1. Okay, cool. I'm mistaken. My fault. You know where the YouTube like button goes? That's right. It goes in the square hole. Are they about to test startup shutdown transients on 33 Raptors 3 dozen times? Because I'd be okay with that. I would not do that. But then again, before those tests the past 2 days, weather guy, I wouldn't be pulsing Raptor engines like that either. So I don't know. I don't know. We know the booster 15, booster 15, I can't, poutine? All right, whatever. We know that booster 15 is like half a block, is like a half block because of the smaller added tanks. So they are changing things, Thomas. I could have sworn I read something about booster 16 being different, but... Looks like John Krause might be able to photograph the XB-1 flight this Friday. Cool. During Flight 4, the booster didn't go into the Gulf. That's right, it went into the square hole. We don't know what it was, Fall. My guess is that it's a test mule engine. Could be Raptor 3. It's possible. Oh, here we go. There's a shot of the methane tank. So we have oxidizer and fuel on board. Which booster would be the first one to make the second flight? Ooh, that's a good question. You ever watch Joe Rogan talk to scientists? Yeah, I watch Joe Rogan from time to time, Zeb, but I'm not, like, obsessed with it. I used to watch him a lot back in the day, but then, yeah, I don't know. I definitely watched the ones where he interviewed Elon back in the day. Those, the ones where, like, the first Elon and the second Elon one, yeah, very cool. But I don't watch him much anymore. I don't have the time. It's not out of any particular reason. I just don't have the time. Joe Rogan is mad. Joe Rogan is mad. You had 2 or 3 people saying the same thing. It's mad. It's all right. Like, I don't watch it because I don't have the time. There are other podcasts out there that I do like. I like Lex Friedman, guys, but I don't watch him a lot either. I just don't have the time. I'm usually here. I don't really watch many podcasters. You want to know what I watch in my spare time? I watch automotive instructional videos because I'm a dork. All right? Vice Grip, Cleater, Dylan McCool, Junkyard Digs, Pole Barn Garage. That's what I watch in my spare time. I'm not even kidding. I learn how to work on cars. Actually, the new hotness that I'm watching right now, if you really want to know, Paintucation with Kevin Tates. It's a YouTube channel, and Kevin Tates is awesome. He was a frontman for a rock band for a long time, and now you've if you know anything about cars or you like old cars, you've seen him on TV. He was on Spike TV back in the day. He has his own YouTube channel, and he's restoring a Camaro on that YouTube channel that belonged to Vice Grip. He bought it, and he's restoring it, and he's showing in excruciating detail how to weld and how to fit panels and how to fit doors and stuff. And I've been using that as research for what I need to do to the Coronet, if you really want to know. So, like, Zeb, yeah, I don't have time to consume long format content like that, but even automotive videos are like an hour long at this point. But whatever, it's cool. But yeah, that's what I do. I don't really watch much podcasters. Don't forget to plug Bad Obsession. If they post something new, Tessa, I'll plug them. They haven't posted in years. Why are you copying my YouTube subs? Sorry, Navak. No, Rob Dom. I watch Rob Dom from time to time, dude. Rob Dom's pretty cool. Channel name again, Paintucation. So education in paint, but with paint. Paintucation by Kevin Tates. Coltec. The garbage Camaro, the G28 Camaro is what he's working on. Dude, shameless plug. That's an awesome, dude. It's awesome. It show you how to do panel fitment. Yeah, it's show you how to fix rust, like really, like fix rust the professional way, like the actual way to do it, not just let's slather some Bondo over it. You need 2 cups of tea for this one. It's nearly an hour long. Saturday, the 26th of October at 7 p.m. Our long-suffering patrons get it tomorrow night. Oh my gosh, Bad Obsession is actually posting something. Rogan stand-up is, now that I live in Texas, I take everyone to Buc-ee's. Oh, okay. You think Booster 14 or 15 is going to fly twice? Methuselah, I'll just say Booster 16 because for some reason Booster 16 is prevalent in my mind. Okay, anyone. Are you familiar with Grindhard? I know Grindhard. I don't watch them all the time, Winner, but I know Grindhard. Those guys are cool. They're good fabricators. They make some wild stuff. Super Fast Matt, Dry Engineering Humor, making a land speed car. I know that channel too, Coltec. But the ones that I mention are the ones that I watch the most. Just bring back the OG Top Gear. One for the road sucked. It made me so upset. But I understand why. That's the end. But did you watch Tucker talk to Elon? Yeah, Zeb. Yeah, I watched that. I only watch that stuff because I'm interested if Elon drops anything new about Starship. There was stuff, I guess. I'm hungry for that space news information, dude, like I was telling you the other day. I just finished watching all 22 seasons of Top Gear. Good man. I think it's funny how many everyday people thought methane burning out of the side booster, the side of booster 12 was a side thruster of some sort. Dude, Mike, I thought that was broken. I thought it was broken, but it wasn't. Like, if you look at my original reaction, I'm like, it looks like your umbilical. I called it a ground umbilical carrier plate, which is not what that's called. But in shuttle terminology, that's what that would be called. But actually, it's not on the ground. It's on the ship. So it's just an umbilical carrier plate, right? But, yeah, it turns out that that's okay. Your shuttle is showing. What are you going to do? I'll tell you what, Thomas, we get one of those, we get a Starship with the flight deck, like that I am visual render. I will stop waxing poetic about the shuttle. You have my word. It's like, shuttle's awesome, but it has its place. The reason why I bring up the shuttle all the time, guys, and the reason why I talk about Constellation is because, dude, that's unfinished business. You know what I'm saying? It's like, as a space flight fan, that's unfinished business. Not necessarily Constellation, even though canceling it was the dumbest thing we've ever done. The only thing that was stupider from NASA's policy is canceling Apollo. But I digest. That we don't need to open that can of worms today. The shuttle is unfinished business because reusable space flight. I mean, I got into an argument with a viewer about this the other day, or a discussion, I'll say. But reusability, I truly think, is the way to go. Now, if NASA wants to have its own lunar architecture, like I think they should have, and it's expendable, I don't have a problem with that because it's lunar architecture. But spacecraft reusability is what, like, dude, we're not going to Mars and throwing boosters into the ocean. I think SpaceX understands that. And I think Elon understands that. That's absolutely true. You're not going to Pluto. You're not going anywhere throwing boosters into the water. You're not doing that. The only time that would make sense at all, ironically, is Ares 1, where you have an extremely simple booster design, like a solid, right? But even then, Ares 1, if Ares 1 had flown more, they would have recovered the casings. Just like the RSRBs from the shuttle, right? So, yeah, full reusability is the way to go. It's the way to go. And as far as the shuttle is concerned, right, I still think to this day that the shuttle is an amazing design. It is an amazing design. I think the people running it were idiots. And that's the reason why it had those. That's the reason why it killed 14 astronauts, because the people running it were morons. The problem with the shuttle program wasn't the design. It was a programmatic problem from the ground up. A management problem all day. Look, that management, those management practices clearly carried over into Starliner, right? It's that kind of nonsense. Oh, our analytical model wasn't right. Well, if your analytical model wasn't right, why'd you put people on it? Right? It's that kind of bull crap. Like, oh, launch it. It doesn't matter if it's too cold. It'll be fine. Like, that's what doomed the shuttle program, not the design. The design is good. I firmly believe you could do what SpaceX does with Starship with the space shuttle, or what SpaceX wants to do with Starship with the shuttle. I firmly believe you could. Absolutely. It would take a Herculean effort, but to sit here and imply that this isn't a Herculean effort is ridiculous, right? No, that absolutely could be done. That's why I always bring up the shuttle, and that's why I like it so much. And that's why I say when Starship takes the mantle of full reusability, or rapid reusability that the shuttle was trying to achieve, that's when I'll close that book. It's unfinished business. Zeb, this would be for Flight 6. This is Booster 13. Yep. Oh yeah, Darkru. The shuttle at Atlantis at KSC is amazing. They got complacent, exactly. And yeah, agree. Lotus, you said agree. Engineers knew its limits, but they got shut down. Bingo. Why would you purge during landing? It's a bit strange. It probably has something to do with the autogenous pressurization and maintaining the proper the flight level pressures inside of the tank. Right? Because That's my guess, because your fuel flow is completely screwed up with... I mean, 33 engines are designed to keep the autogenous pressurization system working correctly, right? That's what keeps the pressure levels. You'd have to blow off everything else. You'd have to have blow-off valves on the sides of the tank to not overpressurize the tanks. So firing 13 Raptor engines when there's like no fuel in there, right? That's kind of the opposite of what that would do. But then again, we did see it main engine cutoff on Flight 4 and Flight 5. You saw that umbilical open. Whatever that is, guys, whatever that umbilical shooting out the side is during landing is intentional. It's supposed to do that. I thought it was an accident too. I thought something broke. No. That's clearly on purpose. Can I say skull Viking Buzz? Yeah, Zeb, how'd you do against the Lions? Oh wait, you lost. Yeah. Skull. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. Yeah, Lotus, my guess is it's with the pressurization, dude. That's my guess. Anti-hammer, maybe? With pneumatics, Aqualux? Maybe? Toxic. Why? It's not toxic. Stating facts is toxic. 619? Get out of here. I thought the shuttle would have been able to have the same interplanetary potential that Starship has. Oh, no. Yeah, Serbian. Yeah, of course. The shuttle wasn't designed to go to the freaking moon like in For All Mankind. For All Mankind pissed me off with that, and I've hated it since. First of all, it's a good show, not for me. Okay. With that all being said, the shuttle was designed to build transfer vehicles in low Earth orbit. The idea was that it would launch so much to low Earth orbit that you could use it in like a year to build a transfer vehicle. You could build something like the ISS in a couple of months. That was the idea. They never did that because programmatic management problems, but that was the idea. Starship takes that idea of transfer vehicles, right, and just incorporates that into the shuttle, right? So Starship is a lander, it's a reusable upper stage, it's a space shuttle, it's everything all rolled into one. It's like if you took the shuttle and the external tank and made them one thing. So it can do whatever, right? And then added on-orbit refueling to it, which is something that the shuttle... I don't think the shuttle could have done that, but... I don't know, Shogun. It's hard to say. Yeah, Serbian, I couldn't deal with it. It pissed me off so much. Like, sending a shuttle to the moon, if you like space flight, is like seeing a submarine fly in a show about submarine. It'd be like if in Red October, like, they're like, oh, navigate us through the Grand Banks, and then our submarine with propellers will go up into orbit, and the submarine just flies out of the water and flies up into space. I'd be like, yeah, okay. All right. Verify distance to space station. 1 ping only. Is Starship's bay bigger than Skylab? Well, Starship is a 9-meter diameter, so a payload bay inside would be probably about 8 meters, give or take. You need some space. The payload doesn't go right up against the wall of the thing, right? Boss, if I had to choose National Air and Space Museum in DC or Intrepid, Air and Space Museum. Intrepid's awesome, Tessa, but SR-71, dude. And a real space shuttle instead of the atmospheric flight test article. Bro, I'd still watch that movie, though. Would you, Shy? Yeah, and that's free. Yep, that's true. You mean like in Dune? Yeah, but see, Entropy, the thing is that Dune is 10,000 years into the future. That's plausible 10,000 years into the future. My thing with For All Mankind, dudes, and once again, that booster is very, very tanked right now. My thing with For All Mankind is that the whole premise of For All Mankind, the original premise for the show, is that the space race never ends. the whole reason why we had the space shuttle, in the first place, is because the space race ended. So you have this show where you set up the entire premise that the space race and the Saturn V and the Apollo program isn't going to get canceled, and it's still going to keep going. You have that creative writing freedom, and the best you could come up with was the space shuttle. Like that's it? That's it. That's the best you could come up with. Just, oh, let's just do what actually happened in real life. We're going to make a show about a divergent timeline from real life, but we're just going to use the vehicles that are happening. Like, what? What? That was the first thing. Seeing the stupid thing fly to the moon, I was just like, what? All right. Yeah, Serbian, yeah, exactly. Sea Dragon. Why do you have a shuttle if Sea Dragon exists? Like, why? Why do you have it? You do not need that. That is completely ridiculous, redundant. Like, not to the point. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. Like, what? Whatever. They could have used some of the actual NASA concepts. They could have used Star Raker. Star Raker. It would have been great. Like, no, they made a shuttle nuclear powered. They jammed a Nerva third stage into a shuttle, and they're like, yeah, it's an air-breathing nuclear motor. It's fine. It's like, what? They did have a missile row of shuttles, and that was cool to see. Why? A missile row of shuttles is cool, but a missile row of Saturn V's is cooler. I feel like I remember some streams where you put a nuke pack on the back of Collins so it could get to Minimus. Yeah, and that was dumb. That was dumb. You notice how I stopped doing it? Because I realized that was dumb. That's right, the nuclear motor goes in the shuttle hole. I'm like, dude, what? All that creative freedom that you set up and the funding behind Apple TV, and the best you could come up with is the architecture that exists right now. Like, I'm sorry. From there, it's just a downward spiral of complete ridiculousness. Like seeing people shoot air-cooled weapons on the moon. I can't. I can't. And then it eventually just turned into The Expanse, which, I mean, those are not bad. It's kind of cool, but also... Six-1-9, in the show, they're shooting not AR-15s, they're CAR-15s, if you really want to know. See, they're shooting CAR-15s on the moon. But it's cool. They're painted white. Just... In the show, they mention the modifications to work in the vacuum specifically because of this issue. It's like one line. What did they modify to get it to work in the vacuum? Oh, yeah, we modified them to work in the vacuum. That's what they said. They probably said something like that, Craft Shark, right? Yeah, okay. Sure you did. Speaking of shuttles, how long would you think it would take to convert Enterprise into a flight orbiter? At the beginning of the shuttle program, a couple years. It was easier to retrofit Challenger, and that's what they did. Any new word on taking spaceflight off of the FAA's responsibilities? Knight, that conversation basically went out the window when they actually granted the launch license. I don't see anybody barking up the FAA's tree right now. Everybody's just like, oh my gosh, they caught a booster. Flight 6 is happening. Did I miss it? We haven't seen nothing yet, Yum Food. It should be happening soon here. White paint would make it worse. I know. What the... I'm sorry, I just can't. I don't mind what happened in For All Mankind. Like, the story is good. I get it. The story is good. The characters are pretty compelling. Like, I understand. It's fine. But you set up the premise for this to be some awesome space alt history, and the best you could come up with is shooting air-cooled weapons on the moon and the space shuttle. Oh, vent's closed. OLM vent just opened. If the OLM vent is opening, this is propellant evac. They're moving all the propellant out of the lines. Soon. Falcon 9 is 3.7 meters in diameter, Ilona, and Starship is 9 meters in diameter. Yeah, exactly, Aqualex. It's just... Yeah. Squandered. It could have been so good, dude. Like, why the shuttle? Why not Venture Star? Why not Venture Star? Like, here's a Venture Star. Hello from Starbase. Your cameras are rolling. Hey, yes, Master. What's up? Looks like about a quarter tank of methane. They put all the locks in there, Tessa, to weigh the booster down. All right, guys. OLM vent closed. Once again, I just want to say it well before we jump into this. Or before we get to the good stuff. Guys, this is NSF, Starbase Live. Go over there and subscribe, please. Go over there. I work there, so I can, restream this stuff, but please go hit that sub button. I'm doing that on both streams. Go over there, subscribe to them if you're already not. This footage is cherry, dude. And supporting them supports me. And all these awesome cameras. So please, please go over there and do that. Please. Next up is the detonation suppressor. Yep. Up. I'm seeing some venting coming out of the bottom right there. Guys, what I'm going to do is move over here so you guys can see that view unobstructed. What's the diameter of Vulcan? 5 meters. Nice, Brendan. There you go. All right, here. Let's see. All right, guys, I'm going to stop commentary for a second. Thanks, Dak. So what we're looking for here is a booster static fire. This basically, they got a booster on the pad and they're going to test fire it. We should have seen the sound suppressor and stuff turn on already, dudes. We might be in a hold here. OLM vent. Very quick, though. Is the 9-meter diameter of Starship enough for the Artemis moon mission? Oh, there we go. Detonation suppressor. Here we go. Dude! Wow! That was nuts! That was a long burn! I think that was 10 seconds. Holy cow! That was awesome! That was awesome, dude! Oh, did you see that thing, Chooch? That was sick! Damn! That was awesome. Dude, that was so, dude, that was sick. That's a lot of power. Yeah, okay, so for the if you're wondering like why I'm geeking out, it's like, okay, it fired. There's a vent down. This booster right here is 22 stories tall. All right, it's 235 feet tall and 30 feet wide. So we're 9-meter diameter by 71 meters. It is a huge booster. Not only that, it has 33 engines in the first stage. This thing, what you just saw, is producing twice the amount of thrust that the Saturn V produced at liftoff to get people to the moon. The reason why I'm geeking out is because this rocket's nuts. It is a Starship, even to this day. Like, it's still like, wait, this exists? Huh? What are you talking about? Yeah, that was a long burn. 8 to 10 seconds, Tessa? And they caught the thing. Yeah, the stupid pad caught the thing. I still can't believe that. Why do people always say at liftoff? Well, because when it stages, it doesn't have that amount of thrust now, does it, 1000? Lotus. Static fires over there turn into dynamic fires pretty quick, huh? But now all the engines are at 100% throttle? I don't know. We don't know that for sure, Methuselah. Did I miss it? Yeah. And Flight 5 was the first orbital class rocket I've ever seen. Everything else is gonna fit. Pi, dude, you should not have seen that as your first launch, man. Everything else is ruined. Like, ruined. You're gonna see a Falcon 9 launch one day and you're gonna be like, that's cool, I guess. How much total thrust? This thing produces 70 meganewtons of thrust. 70 meganewtons. That's 15 million pounds of thrust. Dude, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that this thing exists. I need that nighttime launch. Yeah, right. True, but also totally worth it. Yeah. I need to see a hot staging jellyfish. I mean, now that you said something, I'm kind of with you on that one. All right, so the booster, the oil. Hey guys, the OLM vent is open again, but I don't I'm not sure if that noise that we're hearing is a depressed noise. I don't think it is. Or if it's just the ambient noise from the subcoolers. Geek's like, I saw my first night launch and my first day launch in the same weekend. Dude, are we going back to that again? We're going again, right? We got to talk Scary. We got to go again. We got to get Ernok. We got to get an RV and get in that infield or something. Do they also plan to capture Starship? Yes. At this rate, I'll be happy with a 7 a.m. launch for IFT6. Yeah, baby. Dale, what's up, man? Have they had to rework the chimes after the booster 12 damage the chime at landing? I don't know. All the boosters have been in the Mega Bay. As far as I can tell, booster 13 seems to be the same design. Gotta give me the word. All right. All right. Yeah, you should. All right, Sawyer. You got to move around and stream more. IMSA is okay with people streaming from there. Really? Really? Screw the RV. You have a truck. Get a cab over slide camper. You know what? That's a better idea, Shadow Man. Yeah. We're going to have to do we're going to have to do an excellent adventure. We're going to have to do an excellent adventure to the Rolex 24. You son of a gun! I'm in! Yeah, good. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, Matt, for sure. Zernock down to Bluefish to Florida? Dude. Oh, yeah. Yes, I think he is. Yeah. I'm beginning to think you're one of Elon's robots. I've seen you streaming consistently for the last 72 hours. People don't call me a synth for no reason. No, Derek, I usually stream 10 to 12 hours. 10 to 12 hours, 5 days a week. Yep. It's streaming, man. It's playing video games. I play video games and talking about rockets with my boys, dude. Prove that you're human. This statement is false. See? Yeah, Derek, you're an animal. Thanks, man. I've been doing that. I've been doing 5 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day since 2015, man. I might have a problem. Seriously, I love the content. Thanks, man. Yeah, I've been streaming in general since 2012. Been doing it for 12 years. Actually, it'll be 12 years in December. Yeah. 9 years professionally. Prove you're human. No, I don't want to go. No. What do you want me to do? And that is in no way sad. Ah, dang, forgot to get a deluge permit. I'm pretty sure they're good. Is it a problem if it's what you love doing? Lick your elbow. But that's not... Please tell me you see Jared Isaacman's hangar. The one with the Panavia tornado in it? Yeah. 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 I haven't seen it in real life, Ark, if that's what you're asking. What the hell was that? Well, that, but also the bar. I have not seen that, Ark. Speaking of streams, Crew 8 splash coverage starting at 2:15. Yep, we're streaming all the way to that. Yeah, Derek, it's actually funny you mentioned that. Yeah, this stream is going to be like 16 hours. Yeah, I'm going to take a break probably in a little bit. Like, just to drive down to the store, grab a couple of Red Bulls, and then we'll just play Satisfactory until 2 in the morning. Now that's something I can do. We can get behind that. That looks like... Dude, Does that not look like the squiggly line in your eye? Oh, squiggly line in my eye fluid. Watch. Ah! It looks exactly like it. He bought 2 more MiG-29s? You know what, man? I admire Rook a lot. I admire and respect that guy a lot, but I can't say that I'm not envious. And I can't say that if I had billions of dollars, I wouldn't be just procuring MiGs. I'd absolutely be doing that. Like, yeah, dude, pretty awesome. Pretty envious. That's super cool, man. Like, and just the homeboy just buys MiGs. Just has a fleet of fighter jets that he uses. Just launches to space. That's pretty dope, man. Like, that's pretty awesome. Check the link. Sure, man. Buy an F4? I would absolutely buy F4s. All right. Well, that's not what I'm doing. Here, there we go. All right, cool. Yeah, nice MiG. Is that the Star Wars canteen? That's the Star Wars cantina. This guy is the freaking man. You're the freaking man. Are those Raptors in the ceiling? No way. Those can't. You know what? I'm not. All right, hold up. Those are Merlin engines. If not, they're models of Merlin engines. The heat exchanger, or the gas generator, the gas generator recirculator is that. I mean, that's obviously dryer hose, but those could be Merlin engines. They look like Merlins, but I think they're fake. Dude, it's the freaking it looks like the Tatooine cantina. That's so badass, man. Dude, yeah, no, yeah, dude, oh yeah. Have you seen his latest purchase? He's got a tornado. Tornado, couple of Alpha Jets, couple L-39s, MiG-29. It's GTA. Dude, he's just playing GTA in real life. You know what? That's awesome. Like, like I said, I'm envious. Like, because I can't say I wouldn't be doing the same thing, right? But I respect and admire that dude a lot. Like, Rook's pretty cool dude. Like, I'm just happy that somebody is doing this, right? Because I always say, right? Is that real? No. Is this real life or is it just fantasy? Nice, Derek. I always say, like, you see all these influencers out there that have millions of dollars that just buy another McLaren and then crash it while live streaming. It's still funny. You see all this stuff, like, it's like, okay, you have a house in Hollywood and you have a McLaren and Escalade with spinning rims and stuff. Like, dude, that's like, come on. That was popular in like 2005 when I was in high school. All right. You gotta think bigger than that, right? You gotta think bigger than that, man. Homeboy's got fighter jets. This looks like GTA. It's amazing. That's so cool. I'm just happy someone is doing that. That's awesome. He probably got a kick out of that. Ah, ha, ha, got it. I don't know, Blinka, maybe. Kind of has his own personal dragon capsule. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, dude. Like, Rook is a bad melon farmer in a good way. Like, no, seriously, his charitable work is unbelievable. Like, you know, everybody talks about, you know, oh, you could do a lot with those billions of dollars. I'd argue that he is absolutely doing that and succeeding at it very well. Is Flight 6 going to use the flown booster? Nah, I don't think so. Where is that? That's Jared Isaacman's hangar. Yeah, it's his hangar. It's pretty awesome, Pat. We're talking about Rook Isaacman, Straken. He's the guy that did the Polaris Dawn mission, that EVA'd, that did the EVA with SpaceX's suit, and in doing so raised a quarter, what is it, 250 million? 250 million for St. Jude? Yeah, guy's pretty damn cool. Yeah, pretty damn cool. He just has the Star Wars cantina at his place of business. Yeah, the work he does for St. Jude's pretty cool, man. He's going out and doing work and blazing a trail in history while he's at it, you know, doing these awesome spaceflight missions. Guy's a freaking legend, man. It's the Order 66 cantina in said hangar. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, dude, do you have the Star Wars cantina in your hangar? Yep. Yup. How did he make his money? Geek, so if I'm recalling, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, Jared Isaacman's he's a high school dropout that spent all of his time coding like learning software in his parents' basement, and then he used that to found a company called Shift 4. Shift 4 had another name. I forget what it was called. You ever use a pin pad at a grocery store or a gas station or something? Yeah, Shift 4. That's what that company does. So yeah, it is. Shift 4 is the framework between electronic credit for electronic credit card transactions, or at least some of them. It's not all of the pin pads, but yeah. You'll notice it next time you see a pin pad that says Shift 4 on it. So, Ballin, he's a billionaire, dude. He's a billionaire. He's in the Tres Comas Club. Understand? Yeah, no, he's a freaking legend. And like I said, he could have just buggered off and have been done with it, right? Like, that's the Star Wars cantina, man. There he is in the center. That's the Polaris. That's the Inspiration 4 crew over here, and that's the Polaris Dawn crew over here. That's actually awesome, right? He could have buggered off with it, dude, but he uses it to. He does these awesome things like EVA, like stepping out of a spacecraft, and he uses and Inspiration 4. Inspiration 4 was one of the first commercial missions, like all commercial, nobody involved. And Polaris Dawn was like the first commercial EVA. He does this stuff to raise money for St. Jude. Guys raised like $500 million for St. Jude or something through these endeavors, which is pretty. Like I said, man, guy's pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. Also, he has the Star Wars cantina in his hangar. Does he have a G5 though? Bro, he has a MiG-29. Playa. No more frequent flyer pitch miles from my boy. Oh yeah. Right? Yeah, dude, the guy does good work, man. He's good people. He's not Elon rich, but he's up there. Yeah, he's up there. But you know what, Geek? Here's the thing. Here's why I like Rook. You wouldn't know it from looking at the guy. I mean, apart from the fighter jet that he owns. But if you saw him walking down the street, he just looks like every other dude. I really admire people like that, you know? I've always said this, guys. There's two kinds of rich people. Okay, there's people that are pretty dang well off. It's pretty dang well off, but they want you to know that they have money. Those people are, got a good amount, like millionaires and stuff. Like they want you to know, like you know the type of people that I'm talking about. They wear fancy clothes and drive fancy cars and stuff. And then there's people with you money, okay? Those type of people just look like any other person driving down the street. Any other person. They don't drive a fancy car. I find that people that have like completely ridiculous amounts of money are just normal. So when I like 10 years ago, dude, when I was delivering pizzas, that's believe it or not, one of the jobs that I did before this. I mean, there's a bunch of them, right? I would deliver pizzas, sometimes I would deliver pizzas in this neighborhood in Newton called Chestnut Hill. Chestnut Hill is frick you money. Like that's frick you money. Those people pretty well off. And then there's a bunch of people who moved to Chestnut Hill to say that they live in Chestnut Hill, right? That are pretty well off, that can afford living there, but they don't have frick you money, right? And I always found that the people with frick you money, like the biggest ridiculous houses, had like normal cars, and they were just normal. They're just normal, and they tip really good, right? The people that want to let you know that they have money, they were always stingy. I think that's funny. I don't know, just a pattern I've noticed. Yeah, the people that have like complete frick you money, I found are just normal. Like the vast majority of people that I've encountered personally, I'm speaking from personal experience there. And Rook seems like one of those dudes. Show the pizza delivery vehicle. What? Richest guy I ever knew drove a Subaru. Yeah, right? Like, yeah, exactly. Dude, I'm not gonna sit here and say like if I had a lot of money, I wouldn't just keep driving around the 97. I absolutely would. Just drive that car. I'd just enjoy driving that around. How much propellant mass has Starship? Yes. Reb. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I delivered pizzas in that, by the way. Yeah. Typically at my airport, the bigger the plane, the smaller the tip. Right, Ark? Yeah, exactly, dude. You keep driving it, but it may have fixed it up a bit more. I would do the work, Norath. I would fix it. Even if I had like $1 million, dude. Yeah, that sort of money you'd finish Freb. Freb's fine. It runs and drives. Hey, Suni, what's going on? Anyway, I don't know, guys. I think they might be detanking. Oh, the Pope vent. The Pope vent, as I said that, just turned back on. We're kind of waiting to see if they're going to do another one here. I've worked at tips for 15 years. Usually the middle class tips the highest. Yeah, Thurfear. Yeah, people that are just, not just kind of middle class. Yeah, the upper middle class I find are stingy as hell. And then there's like way upper class, and those people always tip really well too. I don't think they're detanking. Yeah, that's what I mean. The frost line hasn't gone down. Apart from the oxidizer that they burned. Is Booster 13 a new booster? Yes, Riv. Yeah. Booster 13 is new. Booster 12 is the one that they caught. Oh, drone. See the drone? Top left camera. Drone's going towards the booster. Have you heard of the TU-2SH fire hedgehog? No, I haven't. Can you believe that they caught Super Heavy? No, Derek, I can't. It's just... I still have... My mind's having trouble with it, dude. What is that? Hired, that's AI. Is the guy that you delivered pizzas for the guy that invented Domino's pizza sauce. Nice, dude. That's awesome. They did chopsticks on the booster. They did booster at Starbase. Was that the TU-2 with 100 PPSHs mounted in the bomb bay? All right, all right, all right. What the f... What the hell are you gonna do with that? Like... Jack Slow-Mo was great. Oh, right on. What? TU-2SH, their Fury. That was a quick Google search. Flechettes? I don't know. Strafe a convoy? Yeah, I guess. Technically the highest fire rate fighter plane ever. PPSHs have a very high cyclic rate too. Yeah, we're not talking bullet hose. That's a bullet fire hose. It's just a bunch of PPSHs. I know what it is. Was that not clear? Definition of spray and pray. Yeah. Off topic, Derek, did I like the movie Fifth Element? No, I don't like it. Fifth Element fights for useless cards. Tell you what I do like, though. Killer. Die in the wool. Killer. Cold-blooded, methodical, methodical. Now, real killer, when he picked up the ZF-1, would have immediately asked about the little red button on the bottom of the gun. Yeah, I like that movie. That's a bullet shower head. It's something, man. Plane had 4.7 seconds of fire time. That's what I mean. You know, if you hit something, it's dead, friend. Like, but hitting something with that might be a little difficult. Negative. I am a meat popsicle. Derek, it's probably the movie that I quote the most on stream. Yeah, yeah, it's probably the one I quote. Give me the cash. Yeah, come on now, give me the cash. No Man's Sky is a good game, Knight. Yeah, I mean, I don't play it on stream. But I played it. It's a good game. Very nice. You like that? Well, look at all these little things. So busy now. Think about all the people that created them. Technicians, engineers. They can go home and feed their children now. The children grow up to be big, strong, so on and so forth. Thus adding to the great chain of life. Have you played Hard Space Shipbreaker? Yeah. Hi, that's a good game. Is this live? Yeah, Port, it's live. We're kind of waiting to see if they go to static fire again, but I think we'll conclude space news here. The booster did static fire and it was awesome. If that thing represses and we see the OLM vent turn on, yeah, let me know. We didn't get to the last topic that I wanted to discuss for space news, but we'll save that one for tomorrow. I'll put that one up there. They must have a lot of different functions to test with this rocket powered up and pressurized. Yeah. OLM vent, turn on. It's you. How are you, gentlemen? All your booster are belong to catch. Got a vent down? that a vent down that I hear? All right. I just picked up No Man's Sky, looking forward to it. Nice program, yeah. All right. So, I am going to... I don't know. Actually, should we take a break for a second? I should probably go down to the store and get some more caffeine. Yeah. Should probably go get some provisions. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Because this stream is going for, let's see, it's 20 till 9, so 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. We still got another 7 hours. Okay. Pizza rolls and Mountain Dew. All right, we'll do. Any spoopy games for Halloween? I don't play scary games program. The spiders in Satisfactory will do us just fine. Toothpicks? I don't have any. Thanks for providing pictures of your intended Satisfactory build. Some of us aren't familiar with the context. Yeah, sure, no problem, Derek. What's happening in 7 hours? Crew 8 splashdown. Re-entry and splashdown. Coverage will begin at 2:15 a.m. Eastern Time. That is 6 hours from now? So, yeah, we got 6 hours to burn. So, what I think I'll do... yeah, I was going to say... yeah, give me like 15 minutes. We'll put on a video. On the YouTube side of things, I'm gonna shut the stream off. But I'll turn it back on when I get back from the store. Okay. Yeah, I'll switch the... Well, I was going to keep it on science and technology. How about we do... Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to be that long. Safe drive, see you in a bit. All right, yep. I'll just put on the Hearts of Iron music, guys, and then I'll be back. So, on the YouTube side of things, that's going to do it for Space News. I hope you enjoyed the Booster 13 Static Fire. Remember, go over to NSF, subscribe. Give them money. These cameras are cool. I told you to. Do it. It helps me. Just saying. Just saying. Beer run? Yeah. No. Red Bull. All right. So, I'm going to put on the Hearts of Iron music. And I will see you guys in like, probably at the top of the hour, about 15 minutes. It doesn't take too long to go to the store. So, on the YouTube side of things, I'm going to shut the stream down. The stream will go live again in about 15 for Satisfactory. So, I will see you then. Moto, 35-month resub. Dang it, I'm late. Well, dude, there's still plenty of stream. Don't worry. If you're on Twitch, just stay here and listen to the good music. I'll be back. Give me about 15 minutes. I'll see you then.